In this video, I'm going to give you my personal recommendations for the most efficient and effective way to study the CIW course materials in the CIW uCertify platform. So here, as an example, I have logged into my dashboard of the CIW Internet Business Associate course. And you've got these 4 areas of study. I've covered these in a previous video. You'll see them in a playlist. The pre-assessment is the first place to start. So take the pre-assessment before you read the course material, before you do anything else. Then go to the lessons page. Once you're in the lessons page, right up here at the top, notice that there's a videos link and the lessons link. Okay, so start by going to the videos link. Go to the lesson that you're going to study. Most of the courses have 10. Click on the lesson you're going to study so that you filter the list down to just the videos in that lesson. There might be 1, there might be 3 or 4. Watch those videos in order. Okay, and that's going to get you a really nice overview of what's in the lesson. Okay, then go back to the lessons list. Take the quiz. Yeah, I know, it seems weird, but take the quiz before you've even studied the lesson and take it in learn mode. So if you click on the quiz button, you've got 2 choices, learn and test. The test mode, you don't get any feedback, you don't know if you got the answer correct or not, and it's times conditions, it's just like taking a test. Not going to help you that much, especially at this point. So use the learn mode. That way you get immediate feedback. If you got the answer correct, you know it. If you got it incorrect, you also know it. And there's a considerable amount of material there that explains why that particular answer is correct. And there's a link to the content in the course. I wouldn't do that right now, but definitely do the learn mode. Okay, once we're back at the dashboard, and by the way, when you take that quiz, don't care about your score. If you get a 25, all you're doing is prepping your mind with the concepts that they are asking in the quiz questions, so that when you read the material, those concepts and those topics will jump out at you. And because there's a lot of text in these lessons, and it's helpful to have something to help you focus more on certain things than another, especially if the content is new to you or newer. Okay, just checking my notes here. So, okay, next step is back in the lesson. So I'm going to just click on a lesson here and actually go into the content. So the lessons are, by default, I believe, broken into pages. So you would, read a page, in this case, watch the video, click the next button down here in the navigation bar, go to the next part. Notice you can do your own highlighting and annotations if you want. You can even create external links to web pages. But read the content, read it carefully, understand it. And if you let me see if I've got a lab in this particular lesson. Nope, this one doesn't have a lab. But many of the lessons do have a lab in them, especially in some of the more technical, like the HTML classes and the user interface. Here's a lab. So using Skype instant messaging. Do the labs if you can. Some of the labs involve, a class. So if you're studying by yourself, then you're not going to have a class to work with. But do what you can. Okay, I'm going to take us back to the quiz or the lesson list. So now once you've read the material, all the material, then do the flashcards. And when you do the flashcard list, you can do it and take it in 3 modes. Classic, which is just flipping. You see a word or phrase, and then you see a definition. You flip and you flip. Fill in the blanks requires you to really know almost word for word the answer. I don't recommend either one of those. Go to the quiz mode. Then it's going to show you 3 options of 3 choices that you can choose from, plus an I don't know. Pick one and go through. It's timed. It will refresh, repeat the ones to you that you got incorrect. So it'll take you through until you get them all correct if you stick with it. And I recommend doing that. Those terms that are in the flashcards are also highlighted in blue in the lesson, and they are also glossary terms. So if you go to the glossary, you will find all those terms listed. So that's another way to see the terms, the flashcard term and definition if you want to do a quick review this way. So by clicking on the lesson, you see just the terms that are in that particular lesson. Okay, let's go back to the lesson list. So do the flashcards in quiz mode. That's what I was just saying. Next, take the quiz again. I'd take it in learn mode again. If you want to do it in test mode, by all means, go ahead if you're feeling really confident about the material. But my recommendation, take it in learn mode and keep getting that reinforcement. That process of watching the videos, taking the quiz, then reading the lesson content, doing the labs, then doing the flashcards, and then taking the quiz again. Repeat that for all of the lessons in the course as you go through. Once you've done that, if you are in the CTT school program where I instruct, then you are ready for the live review class at that point. So when you get close to that, when you're maybe at lesson 8, you probably want to contact the school and schedule that. But judge your time accordingly. But you're ready after you've been through the material, taking all the quizzes like that. Then you're really ready for the review class. Take the live review class, and then after that, you're going to go back and do your own study and your final prep for the exam. So at that point, I recommend doing the practice exams. Okay, so that would be back to the dashboard, and you've got the practice tests here. Okay, and in this particular course, you've got 4 practice tests, each one 30 questions. Actually, my recommendation is to do the practice tests in learn mode. Do the practice tests in learn mode the first time. Once you've done all the practice tests, then go and do a custom build your own custom tests based on the areas that you need to, or want to strengthen. So you can create your own custom tests. Well, I've got a little bit of a load error here. Okay, this is showing you all the items available. If you pull questions from both the test sets and the quiz questions. If you want to omit the quiz questions because you've already taken the quiz twice, then just click there, turn it white, and then all of the custom tests that you build will just come from the test sets. And then you just select the number of items from each lesson that you want to build your test, and then create the custom test, and then you take it. Once you've done all of that, you should have a very high readiness score for taking the exam, especially if you've taken any of the quizzes or practice tests more than once so that you get a higher score. If you want to use this PrepEngine, it's a decent tool for using, for reviewing the material. It can be a little time consuming. So depending on how much time you have and want to devote to studying, you can use that. And notice you also do have some control over what content you are shown by using the setup here. So you don't have to go through all 10 lessons in this PrepEngine if you want. You could do it in smaller chunks. Once you've done all of that, you've got a readiness score of 85, 90, you're ready to take the exam. So schedule the exam and good luck passing it. And that is my recommendation as an individual who has taken these certifications for the most effective way to study and prepare to pass the exam. Thanks for watching.